Gothy, and I have a tag for you today. So this is the music tag, or is it the band tag? It's music tag. Um, so the first one is, what are the first 10 songs that come up in your playlist on shuffle? So, as I've discovered, Spotify playlists have a limit, and I can't fit all of my music into one playlist. So it's not my full collection in the playlist that I'm going to shuffle through. You won't hear the songs because I don't want to be done for copyright. So, yeah. The first 10 songs in my general listening playlist. First is Return of the Phantom Stranger by Rob Zombie. Probably not surprising. I've seen him live, he was amazing, and yes. What's next? Iron Star Outlaws by Hansel und Gretel. Um, they are a German cybergoth industrial band. Fire It Up by Disturbed. Probably not my favorite Disturbed song. It sort of talks about like smoking weed and stuff like that, and it's not something that I do. And generally, I'm just not a fan of the song. Next, 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. Get a little older school there. Jump the Track by Emily Autumn. I love Emily Autumn. She's super awesome. Um, Super talented musician and poet and just everything, and violinist. Next, Losing My Mind by Tech9. I do listen to some rap and stuff like that, and one of the things that I really like about Tech9 is that he's not necessarily like rap hip hop. He mixes like a lot of metal and stuff in there too sometimes, and it's really good. I like Tech9. Then we have another Tech9 song. I Started a Joke by Scarling. That is, her name's Jessica, and I can't remember her last name right now. But one of her other bands is Jack Off Jill. So I started listening to Jack Off Jill when I was in high school, and then I found Scarling as well. That's one of her other projects. I've completely lost count of how many this is. I wasn't counting. So the next one is Decay by Sevendust, a band that I'm really hoping to get tickets to see because they're coming to Sydney soon. Then we have Damned in Any Language by Cradle of Filth. Probably not a surprise that I listen to Cradle of Filth either. For You by Killswitch Engage, again another metal band. And Pass the Blunt by Missy Elliott. That will do. I'll stop skipping through songs. So the next question is, how many bands have you seen live? A lot. I've seen quite a few now. It is a pretty long list by this point because I've been going to the last couple of Soundwaves. So on a Soundwave day, I typically see like 9 to 10 bands depending on how I manage my time. So that adds up really quickly, along with all the other gigs that I've been to as well. Best band I've seen live. Oh, okay. Best band. It's really hard to pinpoint just one because there've been so many that have been like super awesome. Slipknot are definitely up there. Except for when I saw them this year when they came out for Soundwave, my experience was ruined by other people in the mosh pit, so it kind of makes me feel shitty, and I feel like I didn't see them properly. But the previous times that I've seen Slipknot have been amazing. Disturbed put on a really good show when I saw them a couple of years ago. A Perfect Circle was amazing. Actually, during A Perfect Circle, their second song was their cover of Imagine, and it was like one of those moments that you'll probably never ever get again, ever. Because just as they started playing, it was sunny, but, like, it was mostly sunny. There was a sun shower. Just as they started playing Imagine, and it finished just as they finished it, and it was like one of those moments like, holy crap. Yeah. There we go. What else? Who else have I seen that were good? Hollywood Undead were really good. Um, Sepultura. Sepultura were amazing. That was such a good show. The Misfits. I saw the Misfits a couple of years ago. I'm not going to their show this year. I don't know if it's already been or not. It might be this weekend. I'm not going to see that one. I just don't have the money at the moment. But when I saw them last time they came out, they were so good and they were so nice. Um, Jerry actually came over to me and, gave me a hug and everything and thanked me for coming to the show and everything, and it was really nice. And they, came and handed me a pick and everything, so I have a pick. I'm just not sure where it is at the moment. But I made this little cross-stitch skull in glow-in-the-dark thread, and they signed it for me. So, yeah. That was nice. They were really nice. Worst band you've seen live? Marilyn Manson. So I've seen Marilyn Manson twice. Oh, actually, no, 3 times now. And every single time has been horrible for one reason or another. The first time I saw him was when he came out for the Eat Me, Drink Me album tour. And, I mean, you see Marilyn Manson's concert footage and stuff like that, and he's, costume changes and all these props and stuff, and he's, all over the stage, and he's, doing all this crazy stuff. And I wasn't expecting him to do a lot of crazy stuff as such, but I was expecting at least a little bit of his usual showmanship. But he had one costume change in the entire show. And, he just sang standing there, not really doing too much and stuff. Just wearing a pinstripe suit and stuff. I was just really? That's... I found it quite boring. And then, the only thing he did that was, cool was, he set a Bible on fire for, 2 seconds. And then got attacked by moths, which was hilarious. But, yeah. It was just a really lackluster, I just felt like there was a lot of his usual persona missing from it. And he also made a really bad choice. I don't know, I don't think it was his choice exactly, but whoever decided who got to play before Manson, whoever opened for him, picked the Spazzies, of all people. Anyone who doesn't know who the Spazzies are, they're an Aussie chick rock band, and they're horrible. They're so annoying and so frustrating that people were actually taking off their platform boots and throwing them at them on stage. That's a really bad choice to open for Manson. It was horrible. And the other 2 times I saw him were at the most recent Soundwave, I want to say. No, it was Soundwave a couple of years ago, so I've seen him 4 times, actually. So it was the year that Coal Chamber came out. Coal Chamber, they were one of the best bands I've seen ever, and I was so stoked at seeing them, because it's a band I started listening to in high school, and I never ever thought that I would get to see them because they sort of split up. So I was super stoked when they came back for Soundwave. So Manson at that Soundwave was just horrible. He walked off stage and he was throwing white powder into the crowd, and no one knew what it was or anything like that. And he couldn't sing. He was he kept forgetting the words, and he was slurring all over the place, and Manson has this persona where he's, he's drug fucked and he's drunk and stuff. But this was too much. This was way too far into that persona where he could barely perform. So he walked off stage at one point, because everyone was booing him and stuff by that, halfway through. And then I think he tried to come back out a bit later, but he got dragged off and wasn't allowed to come back on. So then that same year, I went to see the Coal Chamber sideshow, and it was Coal Chamber, Manson, Motionless in White. Motionless in White were not too bad. They're not quite my thing. I don't know, I just don't like them very much. Coal Chamber were fucking amazing, and Manson was horrible. And that was actually the night that I met Vinnie Paul from Pantera and Hell Yeah, because he was there at the back watching. Because we stayed at the front for Coal Chamber and then moved back for Manson because he was a train wreck and I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it. And Vinnie Paul left and we met him because he was just like, what, trying to watch Manson. And he's just like, he shakes his head and he just walks off and he's like, nah, I can't. And it's like, that's when you know you're fucked up, when Vinnie Paul can't stand to watch you perform. Yeah. And then he came out this year. I think it was this year. He came out as well. And he was like cutting himself open on stage. So that was, again, I think that's a bit too far. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, Manson's probably been the worst. One that was really disappointing for me was Deftones. I saw them at Big Day Out a couple of years ago. And I was like really looking forward to it. I was really hyped for it, and I don't know. I feel like they didn't bring anything to the stage. Just it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and it was kind of disappointing. It was still good, but it was just disappointing. All right, have you ever met someone in a band? I should have got my bag out for this. I have a Spider-Man bag, like a little tiny backpack that's been signed by a bunch of people that I've met. So, um, Devin Townsend, Wednesday 13, um, Vinnie Paul, Jimmy Urine from Mindless Self-Indulgence. I can't think of his name now, but the singer from the Red Paintings. I've met two guys from Misfits and OTEP as well. I don't think I have that one here. I thought I did. I don't know, but I've met OTEP as well. Um, I've met the guys from El Nino, but that was like way back when I was in high school. I do still have the DVD that they signed for me. Um, the drummer from Coal Chamber, we had a beer with him, which was really cool. He was off his face on pain meds because this is like the Soundwave, and he'd broken two of his fingers playing in Melbourne. So he was like off his face on painkillers and drinking beer. So, um, yeah. What else? Who else? I think that's about it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, have you ever been in a band? No. Nope. I I can sing badly, really badly, but I can sing. And I never really stuck with playing any instruments or anything. Next question: can you play any instruments? Not anymore. I used to play guitar, and I was learning drums. I can't play drums now because my knees are too short. Um, and I was sort of teaching myself violin, and it just was not going well. So I've kind of become afraid of it and backed way off. Which band would you give anything to see? David Bowie, not a band, but David Bowie, Jack Off Jill, and never ever gonna happen, but Pantera. Like the original lineup of Pantera would have been fucking amazing to see. Um, I think those are probably the top three. David Bowie. I would kill to see David Bowie. Um, have you got any music hoodies, t-shirts, wristbands, etc.? I have a few pics lying around. They're all over the place though. I've got one from Mindless Self-Indulgence. I have a Misfits one. I think I have one from Satyricon. Possibly. Um, t-shirts, I don't... A lot of my band t-shirts I had when I was much younger and much smaller. Um, so I don't wear them anymore. I've got two Slipknot ones that I currently wear. I have a Devin Townsend one. I have some of the old ones I have. I've got Slipknot, Wednesday 13, Misfits, and I have an OTEP one that I currently wear. Um, I can't even remember all the old ones that I have, but I had a bunch back when I was smaller. Like, both, not just when I was skinny, but just smaller in general. And I'm actually planning to turn them into a quilt at some point, because I think that would be a good idea. Apart from that, I have the Devon Townsend Ziltoid hand puppet. So, yes. We got this because we went to Brisbane for one of his gigs, so, yeah. I have that, and do I have any other sort of band merch? I don't think I do. Never ever gotten a drumstick. It's like the one thing I've never grabbed. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. 5 photos of your favorite gig. I'll put some gig photos at the back of the video. And they're all photos that I've taken myself. So, favorite song at this minute. Ooh, Ninja by Skindred is probably my current favorite. Favorite genre of music, primarily I listen to metal, and I don't buy into the whole sub-genre thing, you know, like death metal or post-hardcore and stuff. I just sort of label it all metal and just leave it at that. And like I include things like Smashing Pumpkins and stuff that are technically not metal, in that genre as well, because that's just easier for me. Primarily I listen to metal. I do listen to some stuff from like the 80s and 90s, because that's what I grew up with. And I listen to a little bit of rap and hip hop as well. But I'm really picky with that sort of stuff. Yeah, what else? I listen to cybergoth and industrial as well. So which song has the highest play count on your iTunes? I don't use iTunes, and I don't have like a song tracker or anything. But at the moment, it will probably be Ninja by Skindred, because that's what I've been listening to a lot. What song would you sing on karaoke? I don't do karaoke. I sing badly. Nobody wants to hear that. I would not subject someone to that. I've done it once, won't ever do it again. What song should never be sung on? Oh, no, I don't know. I can't think of any. Yeah, I can't think of any. I think you should just sing along if you want to sing along, and just everyone else can be damned. Favorite album? Ooh. Alright, my music collection is at like 40 gigs. 40 something. No, wait, it's more than 40 gigs. What is my music collection? On my computer, it is calculating. Yeah. So my music collection on my computer is not complete. There's still a lot of things, like a lot of bands and stuff, that I'm still trying to add into. Okay, so I have 287 gigs of music. That's a lot. That is a lot. So, and now I'm just thinking that's not even all of it. How am I supposed to pick one album out of like 287 gigs? Wow, that's bad. Yeah, so I don't have a favorite album because it's really hard to pick. Best lineup for a festival. There's a lot of US festivals that I look at the lineups for, and I'm just like, oh my god, that would be amazing. And it's usually things like, it's like Slipknot and Disturbed and El Nino and Sevendust and Megadeth and Devil Driver and, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. Just like something super metal. And then like throw Tech Nine in there too, just because. Actually, Tech Nine and Slipknot in the same festival, so that Corey Taylor can come out and do Wither with Tech Nine. That would be amazing. Do you get any music magazines? No. I used to sometimes buy the poster ones, but I can't put posters up in this house because the blue tack just falls right off the walls. Like, it just doesn't stick. I don't know what cheap paint they use, but I can't put things up. Snog, marry, avoid the first 3 artists on shuffle. Oh, no, fuck that. 5 photos of your favorite band artist. Fuck it. Do you have music posters up in your room? I just answered that. Do you have the same musical taste as your friends? Some of them. Some of them listen to more mainstream stuff, and that's cool. I don't mind to a certain degree. There are certain artists that I just cannot stand to listen to. Justin Bieber. That douchebag that did the rape song. Fucking Robin Thicke. That Blurred Lines one. It's a fucking rape song, and I can't stand him. Yeah, just certain people I just can't stand. Have you seen any musicals? Yes. What's that one? What is that one? I mean, I watch musical videos, like DVDs, movies, and stuff all the time. My favorite ones are Repo, the Genetic Opera, um, The Devil's Carnival, and I'd probably say Chicago as well. Um, what is that one with the chick? I went and saw it when I was in high school. They put on, was it the Sapphires? I think it might have been the Sapphires. 2012. No, it wasn't the Sapphires. It was. Oh, come on! I know what it was, and it wasn't 2012. It's like not. It had Deborah Mailman in it. She's an Aboriginal actress in Australia. Um, those are the films she's been in, but where are the plays? Because she's been in some plays too. Because I actually met her there. And it was. I can't remember what it was. And this is really gonna bug me now. This is really gonna bug me. I know what it is. Wait, is it that one? It might be this one. No, it's not that one. It's gonna bug me now. I'm Googling it. It's gonna bug me. It's going to bug me. I seriously can't remember what it was. I want to say that it was the Sapphires, but I don't know. It was the Sapphires. It was. Okay, I found it. They did, it was 2005. I was still in high school. We went to see it at, Sydney Theatre somewhere. It had Deborah Mailman, Rachel Maza, Ursula Jovic, and Lisa Flanagan. And that was the one that I saw. And it was really cool. Yes. So, back to the questions. Oh, Jesus, still a few. If you could see any musical, what would you see? I would. There's a lot of plays that I would like to go and see, like musicals and stuff. It's just they're so expensive, and the problem with booking them is that they never have the details on wheelchair accessible seating. And when you call up and say, "Hey, I'm in a wheelchair," like I use a wheelchair. Do you have wheelchair seating? Oh, yes, we do. We have them in like the most expensive part of the theater. And it's like, well, that's fantastic. I don't have $200 for a ticket just because I'm in a wheelchair. Thanks, bye. And that's the thing that bugs me is that they have accessible seating, yes, in one section, which is always the one that they price the highest. Like, come on, I don't have fucking money for that. Jesus Christ. So it would be nice to have options of where to sit, or like a discount or something, because I don't have $200 to pay for a ticket. If I had $200 to pay for a ticket, I'd just pay the damn ticket. You know, I shouldn't have to pay $200 to sit in the upper class seating because that's the only place you can put a wheelchair. That's not cool. I'm broke. Like, come on. Cater to us brokies here. Do you listen to the radio? No. No, 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 no. Sometimes the radio's on when I'm somewhere, and I just get incredibly frustrated because the music's horrible, and some of the things that the radio presenters say just pisses me off so much, and I just end up filled with rage. Um, Worst song ever released. That's a really hard one to pick because there's a lot of really, really shitty songs. But up there would be that stupid rape song by Robin Thicke. Are you listening to any music now? No, because it would be picked up by copyright. So, oh no, wait, it is still playing. That's right, I turned it down. It's Five Finger Death Punch at the moment. And what was the last song you heard? The last one I actually listened to was, that Freaks one. It's Timmy Trumpet or something. I don't know, it's just one of those songs that gets stuck in my head every so often, so I have to listen to it to stop it from being stuck in my head. Next gig you're going to, hopefully Sevendust, otherwise it will be Soundwave. And Spam Tumblr, oh fuck off, I'm not fucking, screw that. Anyway, that's the music tag, it's a long tag, there's going to be some pictures at the end of like bands that I've seen and stuff like that. Some of them are taken with my SLR, some of them are just taken with my phone, so yeah, I'll see you later.